If you've been into mobile gaming for a while, I'm sure you're familiar with one of its most exciting, creative, and influential MOBAs. No, not that trash, I'm talking about Vainglory. Vainglory was a MOBA designed from the ground up for mobile and was a pioneer for mobile esports long before mobile esports was actually taken even remotely seriously. It proved exactly what the platform was capable of when treated right and will forever hold a special place in many gamers' hearts the world over. All good things must come to an end, however. Whilst Vainglory is still playable as a community edition, and its characters live on in a ridiculously vibrant Brawl Stars clone, the original developers, Super Evil Megacorp, have moved on to developing their next game. Ahoy there, I'm Captain Benzie, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Catalyst Black, Super Evil Megacorp's latest game that all but defies being defined by any one genre. Catalyst Black is currently in a closed beta, requiring a key to access. Now, I was lucky enough to get one of these a few months back, and you can apply for them on the Catalyst Black Discord, which I've linked in the description below. Now, it's clear from the moment that you start up Catalyst Black that you're in for something a little bit special. The game is visually distinctive and breathtaking, vibrant and colourful without being gaudy. Though it still runs a little hot at full specs on my Asus ROG Phone 3, I can't help myself. It's an absolute delight to look at, but I know it's still distinctive and bright even on considerably lower settings. That heating, by the way, is something to be addressed close to launch in optimization sweeps, and even in beta here, it runs considerably cooler than Sky Children of Light does even today. The audio is also something reminiscent of Vainglory, with that same ethereal, airy grandeur as its predecessor. The announcer is clear, defined, directing and commentating on the flow of play. There's nothing here so far that'll worm its way into your ears that way that I still find myself humming Vainglory's character select screen music, but it's fitting and feels right. The weapons and actions are also suitably explosive and punchy, adding real weight and heft to the proceedings in combat. Okay, so enough about how it looks and sounds. How does it feel? How does it play? Well, I think the most direct way to try and describe Catalyst Black's gameplay is as a top-down battleground shooter, with aspects from the MOBA genre sprinkled in. Your character is armed with a primary weapon, a secondary heavy weapon, an ability, and a special mystical mask which we'll talk about later. Visually, I've never seen anything like these weapons. The designs are all crystalline and fragmented, cutting a unique profile that is unmistakably part of Catalyst Black. Game modes currently include Capture the Flag, where both teams aim to score points by stealing the opposing team's flag and bringing it back to their own base. Flag Hunter, where teams compete to collect flags from around the map and hold onto them, kind of reminiscent of gem grab in Brawl Stars. Core Rush, where both teams aim to claim the cores dropped by keepers. I like this mode, there's a lot of tacticality involved, and it's great fun letting the other team kill the keeper, only for your team to swoop in at the last moment, gun their team down, and steal the core from right out beneath them. And Eventide, a full-on war mode where various different events occur all across the map, requiring teams to adapt and redeploy at a moment's notice. It's a bit longer than the other modes perhaps, and can be confusing and overwhelming the first couple of times you play, but once it clicks, it's amazing fun. What makes Catalyst Black so unique is its approach to matchmaking and playtime, with drop-in, drop-out as a system. As much as I loved Vainglory, it wasn't often that I would have the actual time to sit down and play a full match, especially with how long queue times could be. Even then, there's little more frustrating than finally getting into a match, only for a teammate to drop out suddenly. Sometimes this was malicious or a rage quit, sometimes it's the nature of the mobile platform and it's just a player receiving a phone call mid-match. Infuriating, but understandable I guess. Catalyst Black, however, addresses this all with one unique idea. You can drop in and out of most games without penalty. Replacements are found almost instantly and your rewards are based on what you achieved during the time you were playing, what you contributed to your team. This means that there's a reason to stick around in longer matches, even if you're the team losing, but you can also jump in for a few minutes here and there when you have time, dropping back out guilty-free when your boss calls to check up on how your report is going. I love how this caters both to casual players and to competitives, to short burst play and longer gaming sessions. Super Evil Megacorp clearly have learned a lot about the mobile platform from Vainglory, and they're putting it into action. You pick your loadout pre-match, decide on your mode, and jump right in. It's that simple. No drafting, no characters locked behind paywalls that you might not even get to use if someone picked it first. Open the app, hit play, off you go. You can adapt your loadout to your playstyle too. Not only is there a mind-boggling number of weapon options, from snipers to shotguns to assault rifles to mortars and more, not only are there numerous activatable abilities like aggressive leaps, dodge rolls, healing auras, etc. Not only are there trinkets that apply passive boosts. On top of all of this, every item has numerous mods that can change how that weapon or ability activates or affects your character, and they also have banner affinities too, kind of like sets, I suppose. Equip numerous pieces of gear with the support banner, for example, and you'll get faster cooldowns. Equip numerous vanguard pieces, and you replenish health by dealing damage. You can mix and match these banners for varied bonuses, or you can specialise for deeper ones. The variety here is utterly insane, and allows you to personalise your playstyle without being constrained by characters and roles. You play exactly how you want to play. Oh, and then there are those masks that I mentioned earlier. Oh boy! Just in case the current variety on offer wasn't enough, as the game goes on you can power up your mask, activate it, and channel a primal god. The first of these is Sunder, a gigantic half-bear, half-squirrel, all-violent beast that can leap into the fray and pound entire teams to dust in a matter of moves. But there are the likes of Winged Isia, who can call down Rays of Frost, the hammer-wielding Torden and his area of effect Blast, or the mischievous little fairy dragon Nock, able to nimbly dart around, damaging anyone she passes. Now, I wish more of these were available early on though. You'll see almost nothing but Sunder for quite a time, but this does have the flip side of making it super exciting when you finally do unlock another one. The transformation is temporary and can swing the tide of battle if timed well. Honestly, the masks are one of my favourite things about Catalyst Black. My second favourite thing? The maps. It's easy to make balanced maps, you just make everything symmetrical and dull. Catalyst Black goes much more in depth, however. Every map is a unique floating island, or series of islands connected with jump pads. There are beautiful streams, crystal and rocky outcrops to take cover behind, and thick undergrowth and bushes to hide in and prepare an ambush. Not only is the visual design of this absolutely sublime, somehow both soothing and calming even in the midst of battle, but they're almost always entirely asymmetrical. It makes for some really interesting matches where you're using the lay of the land to win as much as you're using your weapons, and it can be infuriatingly hilarious to be close to scoring with the enemy's flag, only to be killed by some of the roaming wildlife native to the islands. In a short word, it's magical. As with any team game, of course, it can be frustrating to end up in core rush, where your teammates seem more intent on trying to score kills in the middle than actually securing the cores, or watching the flag carriers in Flag Hunter rush face first into the enemy team, only to hand over all of the flags when they inevitably die. But by rewarding you based on your own actions more so than your team's ultimate results, win or lose, Catalyst Black ensures that you'll keep coming back match after match after match. Even here in Zimbabwe, where my lag can sometimes spike to ridiculously unplayable levels, I'll often push through, just to enjoy the environments, the graphics, and the thrill of smushing an entire enemy team into the ground with Sunder. Happy sailing, and see you in the Secret Service soon!